Hey, what's up everybody? This is Olaf from WizTech and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about this awesome Xsense home security kit that does not require any monthly contract or monthly billing. And I'll be talking more about it right after this. Before I get started, if you end up liking my content or find it useful, please do me a favor by mashing that thumbs up button. Also, if you want to continuously receive content like this, please consider subscribing to my channel by hitting that subscribe and notification bell button. That way you can always stay informed whenever I post new content on my channel. All right, now let's go ahead and talk about the Xsense home security kit. Now you can get these in two different packages. All right. Now this one is the 5-piece package. It comes with 2 entryway sensors, 1 motion sensor, 1 base station, and 1 remote. Now, if you go with the 8-piece, you will have 4 entryway sensors and you will have 2 motion sensors, 1 base station, and then 1 remote. All right. Now the price difference between the 5-piece home security kit and the 8-piece is the 5-piece normally costs $119, but at the time of me recording this video, it's on sale right now for $99, whereas the 8-piece costs $169. Now, depending on which package you decide to go with, neither one has a contract. All right, so these are contract free. So again, you don't have to worry about a monthly bill. You have an app where you can get instant notifications in case there is an emergency, or if there is an alert, you'll get the notification on your mobile device. So pretty cool. And it has a 1 1/4 mile wireless range. All right, so all in all, pretty cool. Not having a monthly bill using this and still have some home security. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this box a little closer. All right. As you can see, the app is on Android and iOS. Let's take a look at the back really quick. All right. And as you can see, the items that come in the box. So with that stated, let's go ahead and get this bad boy open. Okay, let's take a look here. So you have the motion sensor. All right, and here you have the entryway sensor. All right, that's 1. And here's another entryway sensor. And it's magnetic, as you can see. All right, so and obviously it should be so that way it can read whenever a door is open. All right, so pretty cool. Here's the base station, speaker. All right. All right, so you have double-sided adhesive right here for mounting. And then also, let's open this up. The remote. So you have some mounting screws here. And double-sided adhesive. All right. Last but not least, power plug for the base station. And as you can see, it's a Type-C plug in here. Then you have your normal plug here. Okay. So let me clean all this stuff up we could jump right into it. At the bottom, you have your documentation. Quick look at the documentation. You have a quick start guide. All right. And then you also have the extended warranty details. The home security branding sticker. All right. And then a user manual. Now, as you can see here in the manual, this diagram right here, it shows you how you can do your layout. So this particular setup, the 5-piece one, would be nice for an apartment or maybe like a smaller home setting where you can have everything close in arm's reach. All right, let's see here. Now the motion sensor does come with a battery installed, and you can see the type of battery. It's a CR123A. All right, so pretty cool. And what else did I want to look at? It something really quick. So it pretty much tells you how to add the motion sensor and how to get things set up. And also, let's look at the base station real quick. The buttons, and which of course we'll look at here, but just wanted to point it out here in the manual. There's a button on the front and there's a tiny hole for the reset hole in case you need to reset it. All right. So as you can see here, it's a CR2032 battery for the remote. So in case you need to replace it, just know this is the battery that you would need. All right. Slide that back in place. Now I'm just going to use this QR code to download the app and get this set up. All right. Here we go. Install. Go ahead and go through the process of getting this set up. Now, once you open it, you're going to be greeted with this screen. Of course, if this is your first time, you have to create an account. And on the bottom, there's non-slip rubber. So this should sit nicely on a flat surface. All right. And then here, there's an LED light that lights up. And of course, you will see that once it's all powered up. All right, so I've already logged in, and now I'm at the screen where it's telling me to add device, to add the base station. And I'm going to go ahead and get that plugged up right now. All right, as you can see, it's plugged up, it has power. And to me seeing that flash right now is showing that it's ready to be added. So I'm going to go ahead and continue there. Get this added. Tab add the base station. All right, so I'm just going to leave it at base station for name. All right, again, this is more for demonstration purposes. And then tap where it says create new home. All right. And let's see here. Just type in test home. Now for down here, if none of these rooms match to where you're going to put it, there's a little plus button down there. You tap that and then you can name it whatever you want. Test room, I guess. All right, tap next, or bring it down here and then tap create. And now you have that created, and then just tap create. And that takes care of that. Hit next. And then as it tells you to press this button here, this is an activation button. Hold down for 10 seconds. All right, just press and hold. And it should All right. Now I want you to scan the QR code on the bottom of the base station. And now it's going to be searching for the base station. And then you should see this screen here. Here you go. Now note that it does not support the 5 gigahertz band, only the 2.4 wireless band.
Wi-Fi connected.
And as you can see, it is connected now. It's no longer flashing. And then you just tap finish. Okay, so now it's showing that it's offline. Tap here, it says. Well, add device. So now I have to add the other portions like the sensors and the remote, etc. Now let's see what happens if I go into the settings of the base station. And here you have different options. As you can see, you can change the sound settings. You can change the LED brightness, your Wi-Fi network. You can also check if you have the latest firmware version 2. As you can see here, it states I have the latest one. All right. But if I went to sound settings, you can see here, you can change different tones. You can change the alarm volume. You can change the voice volume. For LED brightness, if I tap there, right now it's at 100%, but you can adjust that if this is too bright for you. Next, you would just go ahead and hit the plus button and add the other remaining portions of this. So the motion sensor, the remote, and also the entryway sensor. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add the entryway sensor. Tap here, and it tells you how to do it. You have to slide off the back and then scan the QR code. So what they're referring to is this here. All right. You just slide down by putting your finger here, and that removes this. And then you can read the QR code that's on the other side. Now, after doing so, you have to remove the tab that's here. It's a plastic tab. So that way, of course, you can let the battery give this power. All right. Everything is ready to go. All right. Test room. It has the actual room, base station. Everything is selected. Tap next. And I should be ready to go. And then it tells you here regarding the battery, which I already covered, but just in case you need to actually see it again, there you have it.
Ready to add a device.
And now I want you to hit the test button. All right, so let's go ahead and give that a test. That's that button there. So it wants me to, let me read what it says here. Press for 5 seconds. All right, let's do it. There we go. And just like that, it's been added. Very simple. Hit finish. And look at that. Pretty cool. So you do the same thing for the second one. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get this added. And then we'll jump to this one. Now I wanted to show you this just so you can see how it works. You can see that the entry sensors are showing closed. If I slide this up, it's going to change to open. Now, of course, if I put it back, it's going to change to closed again. All right. So opened, closed. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the motion sensor. Hit the plus button here. Motion sensor down here. And it tells you what you need to do. You have to remove this part here. And you simply do that by pushing down. Then once you remove that backing, scan the QR code. All right, then once you scan it, just put it back in there, push up. And then for battery, you just push down here, take the plastic tab off of that, make sure the battery's in there well, and then you just slide this back up, and that takes care of that. All right. So let's go back to the app. I'm going to choose test room. Everything else looks good. Hit next. It tells you about the battery again, which I already showed you, but again, it's there in case you need it. And then now
Add a device.
we're going to go ahead and hit test. So I have to remove the back again and then press the test button that's on the other side for 5 seconds. Then once it flashes blue, it's going to say connected. All right, so I'm going to do that right now. So after removing the back, this is the test button here. Hold that down.
Device added.
All right, so that's on there. Slide this back up. Come back to the app. And as you can see, it has been added. No motion detected. However, if I wave my hand around it, it tells me that motion has indeed been detected. So, works pretty nice. I'm going to add one more device, which is the remote. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So the QR code is on the back. I'm going to scan that and then continue from there. So that has been scanned. All right, let's say, give it a name, test remote. All right, hit next.
Ready to add a device.
So it wants me to press the 2 top buttons for 3 seconds. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do so. So it's, just so you know, it's this button here. It's this button and this button. Hold down for 3 seconds. All right, let's do it.
Device added.
And that's that. It should say it's added here in a few seconds. Or tap the screen. There we go. All right, it says here, to enable disarm mode, press and hold the disarm button for 3 seconds until its LED indicator flashes blue twice. All right, so it's referring to, of course, this button here. Swipe over. To enable away mode, press and hold the away button for 3 seconds until LED indicator flashes blue twice. So it's referring to this button here. To enable home mode, press and hold the home button for 3 seconds until the LED indicator flashes blue twice. As you can see, it's referring to this button here. And the last thing it says here, SOS. Press and hold the SOS button for 5 seconds and the base station will alarm immediately. So it's referring to this button here. Okay. And now we have all 5 components added for this home security kit. In the app, you have mode, you have disarm, you have home, and you have away. All right. So let's see what happens here. Push this button down, 3 seconds.
System disarmed.
So system is disarmed, in which it was already disarmed. As you can, if I go to mode, it was already on disarm, but that was me doing it again. So if I press and hold this button here,
Await mode ready. System on.
so now the system is armed. And I did want to point out right from the app, you can easily turn it on, motion detected, confirm, but you can,
Home mode ready.
and
System on.
you can easily do it from the app.
Ready.
Just in case,
System disarmed.
just in case you were to lose the remote, you can control it from your phone, which is nice too, because you are remote in that sense. So you could be away from home and still control it. All right, pretty cool there. Now let's go ahead and test out that final one, which is the SOS. All right, so if I push this for 5 seconds,
Alarm on.
And as you can see, really easy. So this would be nice if maybe someone, God forbid, someone breaks in the house, or if there's really an emergency, you could turn it on to alert or scare that person off. All right, so pretty nice feature there. As you can see, that was quite loud. All right, that was extremely loud, and that's at 80%. So the different use cases, or how you would use these 3 different modes. Of course, as it states here, disarmed, that means there's no alarm monitoring or no security that's actually turned on your system. For home, just as it states here, it ignores any motion that's detected by the motion sensor. All right. And then away, of course, that is, everything is armed. So if it senses motion, or if one of the entryway sensors are activated, then of course the alarm will go off. With the SOS that's on this remote, this means there's an emergency. You feel threatened, or maybe you heard someone coming to the home. You can use this to scare them off. All right. Again, holding this down for 5 seconds, that will automatically trigger the alarm to go off. The siren on your home base will be activated, and hopefully that will scare the intruder off. All right, so pretty cool feature there. Now, if we go into, let's say, the entry sensor setting, tap notification sound, and you can choose what sound it makes. Right now it's on silent, but if I say I wanted to choose that tone, I can tap OK, and you heard it right there. All right, you can do the same thing for the other one as well. Choose OK. So it looks like it's universal for the 2 of them, or for all of them. Let's verify that really quickly. Yeah, so that tone is for all the entryway sensors. All right, or that setting. And let's check the motion sensor. You can check the sensitivity. Okay, let's see here. You can have it where it's very sensitive, or right in the middle. It's up to you. Motion test. All right, and you just walk around after you have it mounted up. That way you can get a sense of how that active area is. It's definitely recommended to put this in an area that has high traffic, or that you spend most of your time in, like in a living room, or where you have like your media stuff, like your TV or entertainment equipment. All right, and then you can do your test in that room. All right, once you complete the test, you can just tap confirm, and then that should take care of that. All right, we already heard how tone 1 sounds. Tap OK. Now we already heard tone 1. Let's see how tone 2 sounds. You just tap OK afterwards. All right, and let's listen to tone 3. Just a reminder, tone 1. And I think tone 1 is the best one because it's the loudest. Now let's test out the motion sensor, all right, when it's armed. Tap confirm.
Awake mode ready. System on.
All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and arm it and then test it out. Now, what do I think about the system? I think it's pretty awesome, especially for those that don't want to have a monthly bill. You have no contracts. You own the equipment. You can move it to wherever you want. You have a smaller home. You have an apartment. You have a room. You know, maybe you don't want your roommate to go into your room. You can get alerted. You know, all you need is a camera, and you can record if someone's going in and stealing your candy or your supplies or whatever you have in your room of the apartment. Or again, for a smaller home, it provides a sense of security and comfort. Now, of course, if the 5-piece bundle is not enough for you, you can always opt in for the 8-piece bundle. All right. Now, of course, I'll have a link posted in the description for the Xsense Home Security Kit. And this completes my unboxing, setup, and review for the Xsense Home Security Kit. I thank you for watching this video. And if you liked it, please show your support by giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Also, share it out and comment below. Until next time, keep it mobile.